Yo, what's going on, guys? Bot Mentality here, and it is September 29th of 2018, and I am back with another Bitcoin chart analysis. So today what I want to talk about a little bit about how I've been trading this Bitcoin equilibrium slash ascending wedge pattern we've been seeing here for the past couple days, and also how I've been looking to take advantage of the impending momentum, whether it's upwards momentum, downwards momentum. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to make money either way, depending on, I might have to switch my strategy up a little bit if we head to a further bear market, but I'll be able to take care of that no problem. So let's jump into this, guys. So the very first thing, let's jump onto the Bitcoin. We are on the 1 hour chart here on Bitfinex. So what we're seeing right now, guys, and I'll go ahead and draw this line, and I know you've seen it before, but essentially what we have here is an ascending wedge forming on Bitcoin, where you see this upward sloping blue line is acting as support on Bitcoin right now. Okay, then if you look at the top of the screen there, I'm going to draw a line starting from this pivot high down. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to draw it just straight down. It cuts through this pop up here to 6,800, which would be, this is more of the equilibrium pattern idea. However, I much prefer the ascending wedge, and I'll demonstrate that a little bit later. So what we have here again is we have, you know, a high here, lower high here on 6,800, initial low, higher low here at 6,350, another higher low here at 6,500, which I actually alerted this pullback right before it happened in my yesterday's newsletter. If you're interested in that, I have information on my Patreon, but I essentially said, you know, our buy zone is going to be right in here. And the reason why I did that is because of the fact that if we were going to continue the equilibrium pattern, it's likely we pull back here, right here on these previous pivot lows, and that's exactly what we did, which gave an optimal entry there to sell the bounce, or just to wait with a risk on break even or the bottom of this upward sloping trend line, looking for a break over the top of this pattern. It looks like with the narrowing range, we're going to make a decision here soon, guys. So what I've been hearing a lot before I jump over to why I prefer the extending wedge look, I've been hearing a lot is like, we'll probably reach a decision, you know, through October. I think it's going to happen a lot quicker than that. As you see, we do have a lot of range to continue to narrow through here, but I don't think we're going to be able to continue to defend these lows or continue to defend these highs over the course of another 2 weeks without seeing a break, a significant break, either up over the top of the equilibrium or down below the bottom here. And the reason why I like to draw this as an ascending wedge instead of an equilibrium pattern is because of the fact that that 6,800 level has always been such a clear resistance level, and it's always been significant on all time frames. Okay, so as you see here, once we break above that, that's when the true volume will come in. We'll break that previous high here. Things will start hopefully turning around on the daily chart, and it'll look really good. So this is why I prefer to focus on an ascending wedge versus the equilibrium. It really doesn't matter, guys. The risk is pretty much the same. This same line you would use to draw the equilibrium is what you'd risk on if you were longing this, looking for a breakout of the ascending wedge. So you can use whatever pattern you like, but this is what I'm focused on right now. What's significant about this, guys, is that I don't think we'll trade more in this pattern more for the next 3 days. I think that's unlikely. A break downwards would definitely be bearish. A break upwards again would be bullish. However, this is what I'm looking at right now, and this is my focus right now. So on the larger term time frames, one thing I need to bring up is, let me jump, before I do that, let me talk about EOS. So on EOS, what you'll see on Bitcoin is on the hourly, as the range we've been moving has been getting tighter and tighter, and we've been seeing higher lows and lower highs. The alternate coins aren't going to jump around, or Bitcoin itself doesn't jump around as much percentage wise. So what I like to do is actually trade alternate coins, place trades on those instead of Bitcoin, as that allows me to take advantage of the volatility, the extended moves on EOS. EOS has been my focus. It could be any altcoin, but EOS has always been my bread and butter. I like it. So in terms of a trader, there's two ways to look at EOS. Remember, we trade alternate coins instead of Bitcoin because alternate coins move more than Bitcoin in terms of percentage. So there's a larger profit margin for you to take the meat of the move, is what we call it, right? So you don't nail the top or the bottom, but you take that middle chunk. So in EOS, if you wanted to, you could draw an upward sloping trend line here for support, downward sloping for resistance. You can look at it like that, or you can look at it how I've been trading it, is essentially as a wedge. What I've noticed is that the 5,000 5,000. The $5.68 level has been a sort of magnet for EOS, along with the 5,000 or 5,000. I keep doing this, guys. I'm sure I've done this in previous videos too. The $5.50 level as well. As you can see, we had 3 touches, 3 pivot highs on it right here. Had a pivot low right here, pivot low through it right here. So playing around the 550 has been a focus of mine. Playing around the 568 has also worked as well. As you see, we have some pivot highs and lows on it right here, all throughout here since the 21st there of September. And also above that, on the resistance there, you have $5.90. That has been an area. Just between this level alone, guys, picking it up here around the 550 and selling at the 5, you could say it's 555 or the 560, 570, just looking for 5, 10, 20 cent scalps at a time as Bitcoin continues to narrow in range. It has been my focus on EOS. That's what I've been doing here for the past couple days now. So that's how I've been trading EOS. I've been alerting my trades live in chat there. It's a great learning opportunity. I made profit on 2 of them and broke even on the last one because I had to go to bed. But it's a great opportunity if you're in my private Discord. There's information for that on my Patreon. But to kind of ask questions about why do you take this position, why now, you can see how I talk through it live. If I have to stop out, why I stop out, and why I do that live. It just helps you learning if you're looking to get started here and you don't have a lot of experience. It's a great opportunity to do that. But that's how I've been trading EOS. Yes, you could apply this to Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash, but I don't like how quickly Ethereum sells off in comparison to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Cash is a little bit more overextended after the Bitmain IPO news. So I've been focused on EOS personally, and I like it. You can choose whatever you want. So that's how I've been trading EOS, as Bitcoin has been an equilibrium pattern with lower lows and with lower highs and higher lows, and the range is tightening. I've been scalping alternate coins. So now let's go to the Bitcoin daily chart. So the Bitcoin daily chart, what I want to bring out here that's significant is the big picture. And I've talked about this on prior videos, but I definitely want to talk about it with you guys now because of the fact that we're seeing the range tighten so much. This is a very significant time frame here on Bitcoin, and we need to make sure we're paying attention to it. Okay, so why am I on EOS? All right, so Bitcoin, here we go on the daily. Let me delete everything here. You guys understand the big picture chart where we've been seeing the buyers hanging around 6,000 and the sellers consistently moving down to meet the buyers. So what I mean by that, we draw a line here at 6,000, right, of support, and you can see that we've just been decreasing. The highs have been coming down, 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 down. The range has been tightening on Bitcoin. So it's getting to the point now on the daily chart where we don't have any more room. So the previous, and we made such a drastically lower high that it's a bearish sign, but the bulls don't have any more room to prove themselves. So this previous high right here was 6,500 up here at the top. This next high right here is 7,400. The next lower high we formed on the daily chart, you could say right here, but we broke through that, which was fantastic. But let's say it's right here. Let's say it's this, to be exact, $6,840.90. And then this next high, we fell short of that just a little bit. So what that means is that if we can break over these 2 previous highs, there is a good chance, that is the best chance we have at going for this high right here. If we break this previous high and that high, let's just say this one because these don't really matter much in the grand scheme of things. If we do see a reversal of this daily lower high pattern and we break that 7,400/7,500 level, however you want to look at it, that is going to be huge in terms of the daily chart. Once we take that out, you're going to see volume come into the market, bullish volume. You're going to see some positive articles, some different catalysts come out to help drive that move and continuation. After that, and I hope we do it soon, I hope we do it in October or within the next week or two, I hope we do that because of the fact that if we do, there's potential at maybe seeing 8,500, 10,000 towards the end of the year, and then we could finish the year on a positive note and then start off the next year on an uptrend. That would be optimal for the bulls. Now, if that doesn't happen and we break down and we break below that blue line there, of course, at that point, we're looking at a confirmation of bearish trend. We're going to see shorts pile in. It's going to be more difficult for longs to make money. I'll still do it. I have a washout long, which is my bread and butter strategy. So I'll look to scalp the bounces on the way down. That's no problem for me. However, it will look bad, for a lot of traders. Shorts are going to kill it. I'll tell you that right now. If you have the ability to short, great job. I wish Coinbase let me. But you'd be able to do that. You would be able to short this. There'll be opportunity for bounces for the longs if we do break down. But we'd have to recover and again break that high before we see volume come into the market. And so that would be a bear sign if we break below that. So I do hope we break up. Either way, I'm going to make money. Just through patience and adaptation of strategy. That's all it is. So for the daily chart, if I zoom in really close here, what you're going to see here is the 12 exponential moving average is so close to crossing the 26. We will see volume come in when we cross the 26 on the daily. That is a key indication that we could begin to go ahead and move towards that 6,800 and break over that high and hopefully shoot for the 7,400. That's what I've been watching. The reason why these moving averages on the daily chart have gotten so tight is because, again, we've made such a drastically lower high below that 7,500. The range has been so tight here since beginning of September. The averages are just right on each other, guys. It'll be bearish if we see a widening between the 12 and 26 EMA and then we see the price break down. Of course, that'd be bearish. But we're at the point now, guys, where we're going to have to make a decision. We can't just sit here and chop. I mean, we could. I won't say we can't. But it's unlikely we sit here and we say we break down and we just hang around 6,200 before retrying again. That's highly unlikely, guys. We're seeing too many lower highs right now where, for example, if we were able to draw a ray, so just essentially just a diagonal line straight down here, you can see this right here. We're running out of room, guys. We're going to have to either break up and head to the upside or break down. So set your alerts. If you're not in the market right now, you're not looking to scalp like I am on alternate coins, set an alert for 7,000 and set an alert for 6,000. When we come back on 7,000, you can buy a pullback on the daily chart, no problem. Just risk off the 7,000 because we will pull back. We always pull back, so don't FOMO into a parabolic. But if we break above 7,000, you can buy back on the 7.5 or the 7.4 or the 7.3, 7.2. If we break 6,000, you can look to short against the 6,000 resistance, whatever you want to do. If you're on the sidelines, set an alert. Don't get caught up in the chop if you're not prepared for it and you're not a skilled enough a trader yet to trade that or to scalp that, I should say. Just wait for it. There's nothing wrong there, guys. And this is what I've been saying. It's a long way back to 10K or 20K, I should say. A long way back. It is a long way back to 10,000 too. So don't worry, you're not going to miss out. Just wait for the break. We will see it soon, guaranteed. Okay. That's what I really have to say for right now. So to recap, guys, I talked about EOS, my focus on the 550, 568, and then resistance there at 590, and how I've been scalping that right now. Keeping the RSI account. I talked about the daily chart. We have the 12 and 26 exponential moving average, and once we see the cross or the widening, what that means. I talked about the significance of 5,800 and the significance of the 6,800 resistance, kind of where we stand as far as looking at it as an ascending wedge or a normal wedge or equilibrium, and where my risk would be on that upwards trending blue line I drew earlier looking at the Bitcoin chat. So that's what I got to talk about, guys. I will definitely make a video for you guys once we see a break, and I'll update you guys on scalping excuse me, not scalping. I'll update you guys on how my trading has been going on EOS, which is scalping. And just to close out here, one thing I do want to say is I received a lot of requests to talk about the Bitcoin long and short charts on Bitfinex and kind of break that down in more detail. So I am going to make a separate video where I talk about what this means and how to look at the long interest and the open short interest and how that relates to the Bitcoin price and how to interpret it psychologically. So definitely subscribe for that. That will be coming soon. I'll talk about the longs and shorts. Just to sum up this video, the longs are buying on the way up, right? They're buying to go up. The shorts are shorting into the longs, causing them to slow down. When the longs take profits, the shorts are covering into the dip for a profit and then reloading on the next bounce when the longs start buying again. That's basically the pattern that's been going on here for the past couple of days. So I like to include that at the end of my video just to let you guys know. But I'm going to make a separate independent video with just that. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. If you're interested in receiving daily newsletters where I'll chart out the SPY and the stock market, talk about option trades there, and I'll chart out Bitcoin as well and some chosen alternate coins. If you're looking for that daily technical analysis sent to your email, you can sign up for my newsletter. If you're interested in participating in a private Discord where I just sit there all day, pretty much talk stocks, options, different investment strategies. We've even talked about real estate a couple times. If you're just interested in being in a community of positive, money-minded individuals who are looking forward to every day, day in, day out, bring money in from the markets, I recommend joining the private Discord. Or if none of this makes sense to you at all and you just need a little extra one-on-one time coaching for a little bit to help you get moving and help getting your trading career on a consistent basis where you can bring in consistent profits, I recommend joining my mentorship program. I have information for all of just everything I just mentioned on my Patreon below. So That's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Oh, and reach out for me if you have questions. Guys, completely free. Seriously, shoot me an email. Hit me up on Twitter. Add me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Wherever you want. Send a message to me, and I will answer your question as best of my ability, guys, to help you guys out. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. This is Bob Mentality, guys. Continue to stay focused on controlling your emotions. Develop that Bob mentality so you can trade like a machine. Deuces.